Listen, man. I don't know. I agree wholeheartedly. JP put it in perfect perspective. Like, what have you done for me lately? Ever since you used that chair, like the chairman, I thought that shit was gonna pop. I
Yeah,
thought that
man.
was that.
You haven't seen him. You really haven't seen him since the tournament for the TNT Classic
Yeah.
title. And that's it. You haven't seen
What
him.
title is that?
There was a promo here and there.
TNT Classic World Invitational.
Mississippi West.
With the
Rio
World
de
Body
Janeiro.
Federation.
Rio de Janeiro.
Is that by Potankin Honda?
Potanki Honda. Aha.
Is that between?
Take a look at shut the fuck up.
When we have a promotion, our main title is the HPC championship, right? And then we got the Potamkin Honda.
I feel like that has to go with the Invitational. That's like our King of the Ring.
It's got to be like a long, ridiculous title.
Yeah. The Potanki Honda Rio de Janeiro.
So it's like our hardcore title.
It's like
24/7.
Mucho amor with the Potankin Honda.
Ay, Dios
Oh, I
mío.
got it. The Potanki Honda que se murió.
Oh, man.
The se murió.
Gentlemen, se murió alguien next week because
died?
the first headline of what's bumping this week is a fatal four-way Iron Man match for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. Gentlemen, I am souped as F for this match. I don't even know. So many activities. So many stipulations. What the fuck? Where's the spinning Hell in a Cell on fire?
So what we're
that we add?
what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a King of the Mountain match to qualify to get into the Fatal
Right.
4-Way.
What are the rules, old school?
What happens is first you pin a guy, and when you pin a guy, then he has to go into the cage. And then while he's in the cage, you got like 50 seconds to try to climb the ladder. But that's only if someone else doesn't get pinned in the process.
Okay. Eko pata.
I just thought it would have been better if they did like a 4-way elimination.
Yeah,
Nah.
not this. What the fuck you said?
Nah.
So we're not liking this? We're not liking the
I
vibe right now?
loved it. This shit made me get out my seat. I was like, wait a fucking minute. What do we have here? Listen, you have 4 of arguably the greatest, the cream of the crop, going now for the vacated title. Let's not forget how this title became available. Because Karrion Kross is hurt.
Well, let's start there. Right.
No, let me make my fucking right?
You talk too damn much.
Alright, now I lost my train of thought.
So Keith Lee had to go to Raw, and then Karrion Kross he couldn't cut it. So
unfortunately, yes,
he got
injured. The devastation is crazy. Guys, holy shit!
Let's just be real. Listen, it's not about cutting it. The problem is that he did cut it. You know what I mean? That post celebration, he pulled something, yo. You know what? And I think it's red. It's scarlet.
You're traveling down a dark path. Turn around. Turn around.
So he did. But listen,
just the look on his face when they're checking him in the back.
You have a fatal 4-way with these 4 gentlemen, and on top of that, you're making it an Iron Man match. Like, understand that they all could win multiple times throughout this match.
So it's like the Elimination Scramble match. Remember that?
No. But Pretty Chubby Flacco. How about remember this one thing?
Fuck me then. I don't.
Hold on, where's the button to get rid of you? Hold on, wait. How do we get? How do we get? It'll take us another hour to set back up. No, you're lucky. But no, I don't recall that. But I do recall a game mode in SmackDown vs. Raw on the PS3, or was it PS2? Pretty Chubby Flacco. You know what I'm talking about, where you get 10 guys, and in a certain time limit, you can lose pinfall, submission, or knockout, and the title changes hands.
So
much like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
What?
WWE SmackDown versus Raw. Match, 10 guys. Pinfall, submission.
Yo, we got it, bitch. All right,
I'm pretty sure that was a scramble match, but
I don't know. I don't think you caught it, but it's kind of like the same way the title can change hands as much times as possible, as long as the time runs out. We don't know how many fucking it could be 5 to 4 to 3 to maybe it'll be 1 to 1 to 1 to 1.
It would always start in the ring and we would end it in the backstage, right?
So
still talking about your search history.
Yeah.
Well, my search history
shout out to Asian.
Prohibido.
So
but
watch Unforgiven in 2008. That's where that match happened.
2008.
Yo, old school. What match were you fucking talking about? Because whatever Vic is talking about is crazy.
It's what Vic is actually talking about, but it's called the scramble match. Like you had 6 participants, and they went at it during the time limit, and whoever was the champion at the end of it was the champ.
So a more expedient version of the 24/7 championship, right?
Basically,
right.
The consolidated 24/7 title.
Not 24/7.
Yeah,
30 minutes.
An hour.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Champ.
Well, this one's gonna be an hour, right?
An hour is an Ironman match.
An hour, yeah.
So the women's matches are half an hour.
Wow.
Oh.
That's what it is, right?
All right,
Yeah,
so we got Ciampa.
What women's match have you ever seen as an hour?
Gargano.
Even 2 of the best ever do it did it for half hour, right? And I'm talking about Charlotte and Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks.
What about
the
WrestleMania main event?
I just didn't like the finish on that one, but yeah.
What was the women's? That was an Iron Man, right?
No, but in terms of going, was it an hour? I felt like it was. Or...
Oh, yeah.
WrestleMania felt like 4 days.
Yeah.
The promos, the segments went an hour. Each segment, microphone thing went an hour.
The fucking
predictions, guys.
No Nice Things tailgate was like 6 minutes, and then the rest of WrestleMania was like.
It was the best 6 minutes of my life.
It was way better than WrestleMania.
Crazy, it's crazy. I'm not even just saying that because it was ours, but it was ours, and it was amazing.
For me, it was all the red light. Once that red light came out, it was all over from there.
Shout out to all the moms that were out there.
Right.
Shout out to all.
Shout out to the blue drink.
Shout out to
all of them that were out there under the rain after.
Shout out to all of them that weren't moms when they got in, but they were moms when they
Big shout out.
Big pop.
So who's winning this fatal 4-way, gentlemen?
Well, you know who's winning.
Nah.
You know who's winning.
I know who's winning. I want to know who y'all think is winning.
You know who's winning. We were winning. Because you're putting these 4 men in a match that's going to take an hour.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you for you got to pick somebody.
I mean, I'm absolutely going to pick somebody, but I'm telling you that the real winners are the fans. You know, because not every day you see this type of match, this type of stipulation, and this type of outcome. Because who's going to win it? You know it's got to be Adam Cole.
Oh,
Adam Cole, baby.
Right now,
think so?
Right now, you have a situation where your main event star goes up to the main roster. The person that's taking over to be champion now is out indefinitely. Put it back on the straps of somebody that's carried you in the past year. Talking about Superstar of the Year, right? Top rated match of the year. Like, this is no squash. This is a man that you know will do beautiful things with the title. Sure, we'd rather see something new. Who would you rather see with the title right now?
Finn.
I think Finn Balor needs to win this match. I think out of all these guys, we've seen everybody carry. We've seen everybody's run. Finn Balor hasn't had that strap in a while, and for him to come back and is getting no love yet, I need to see him win this match.
And here's a guy who's a veteran, so he can lead other guys in it, right? Like as good as Adam Cole is, Adam Cole can't take like a jabroni coming out the PC and have a 5-star match with him.
Also, you didn't see him versus Pat McAfee?
Pat put in the work.
That's a jabroni.
I'm just saying that was his first match.
Yo, we got to talk about that because we said last week that McAfee was gonna have a better match than Dominic.
Ooh!
Not wrong.
I don't know. That match was dope.
They both had
Dominic
higher
match?
performances last week.
That Dominic match was dope. There was a
Yo,
story being told.
Dominic on Monday was not that great.
No, not
Monday.
But the
I'm talking
SummerSlam match was pretty good.
SummerSlam match was pretty good. I didn't expect a lot of things he did.
For
For
a guy who's going to make this his main job, it's not a good look that the second match in, I got even more nervous than the first match.
I mean, it was a tag team match, right? His first tag team match with his
I think maybe
father.
That hurts him.
You know what I mean? Like
he got like, you can tell. Well,
he's like 20, bro. What if he saw the
memes?
What if he saw all the memes? He's like 20, bro. He got fucking intimidated. He's like, oh, fuck, they're clowning me now. Got in his head. You never know.
That's another thing, too, man. This is a big step. Like, the last time I saw a second-generation star get put into a main like this was Eric Watts, and he is garbage.
Ooh.
We don't want him to be...
Dominic wasn't garbage. He was pretty good. Like
no. But what hurts Dominic here is that the fact that he had 2 matches, and then the second night he kind of fucked up. Yeah. And what helps Pat McAfee much more is that nobody really expected much from this motherfucker, and then he's doing swanton bombs on top of 8 motherfuckers.
But wait. We should also say they both fought 2 very different matches. You have Dominic in a match where Seth is gonna dismantle him, and that's what you saw for most of the match. Compared to a match where Pat McAfee and Adam Cole went at it, and there was the equal balance. You know what I mean? So it's 2 different stories being told. What I saw in Dominic was that he was fatigued. He started slowing down.
He was blown up.
That's what I witnessed. Because the way I saw him moving towards the end of the match, he was done. And it makes sense, bro. Your first match in this fucking SummerSlam? Bro, I remember being a previous athlete. When you get to the biggest stage of your career, that shit, your emotions, your passions all over the fucking place. So I get it. Let's cut off the slack, He did a lot better than we were predicting. I think both gentlemen did great. I think McAfee's match was more compelling, right? But I think it's about the story being told. I think the way they opened it up, unfortunately, I mean, it gave us what we thought, but then it made you question his legitimacy. Right?
Right?
He was ragdogging him too much.
No, all right. So there's that. There's also Pat McAfee should never be that close to being good to Adam Cole.
To Adam Cole, yes.
Adam Cole, right? Listen, you guys talk a lot about Adam Cole. I'm not a major fan of Adam Cole. You guys talk a lot. This guy coming off the street should not be. First of all, let's also talk about this. Who had more flips in their match, Dominic or Pat
McAfee?
McAfee for sure, man.
Who's a luchador with a future in this business? I just thought that was interesting. But anyway.
Well, they never say he was a luchador, though, right? That's never been the claim. So.
Yeah, you can't dress like Glacier and then want to be a luchador right away. Like, it takes some transitioning.
He's got to get in the box.
Glacier was people's favorite wrestler at one point.
You remember Blood Runs Cold?
Blood Runs Cold?
You remember that feud with Mortis?
That.
Me either.
Yes.
Mortis. Yes. Shout out to Mortis.
Who better than
Shout out to the
But yes, the Fatal 4-Way, right?
Oh, that thing.
Right. Who were predicting
the Fatal 4-Way.
We're going to win the Fatal match, right? So I got Finn Balor. I don't know. Who y'all got?
Finn Balor, okay.
I think Finn Balor needs it.
Yeah.
And if we look at the rest of the lineup, Cole has been champion already, for so long. We kind of need something fresh. Same with Ciampa, same with Gargano. Ciampa and Gargano have just been title picture. I'm tired of them 3 already. Give me something different, and Finn is something different.
If you pretty chumps, go ahead, yo.
As much as I want to say that Adam Cole is going to win this match, I don't think he is, because Pat McAfee's going to come in and interfere, and he's going to screw Adam Cole. And I'm going to go with the dark horse, and it's going to be Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa's walking out of here with the title.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Ooh. I feel like
he's
Ciampa
back, I guess.
and Gargano have done everything they're going to do in NXT and possibly in the WWE umbrella. Like I think they've hit their ceiling there.
They need to be doing something different, and they gotta come up with a project for these guys: Ciampa, Gargano, Cole. I don't know if it's bring them up, but
listen,
I mean, look already what happened to Keith Lee. Shout out to
exactly, yo. Like, how the hell? And they cut his name short now too. They cut his name to just Keith.
What?
Yeah, they call him
no.
And like that was a rumor going around.
They cut it E and Lee. They cut it E and
E. Jesus.
But call him Le.
Listen.
Le.
Call him L.
Listen. You can sell me on who's gonna be the winner based on who you setting them up against. If it's gonna be Finn, who are you throwing? Who's being thrown at Finn then to chase that out?
But that's the thing. Like you can throw anyone at him, right? Like it's a new thing.
But you can go at Dijakovic and him can go at it.
How is any part of Retribution? Spoiler alert.
Is he?
Yo, we have 4 heels going at it.
Definitely got to get
4 heels going at it.
That's what I'm saying. This is why I'm happy. This is gonna be fun. I'm like, I had to post this yesterday. I'm like, how is it possible out of something so devastating like Karrion Kross after winning the belt, being hurt, having to fucking leave the strap, we get something so masterful like this? 4 heels in a fatal 4-way Iron Man match. And these are
and then they said Iron Man match. Yeah.
These are 4 great wrestlers, bro. Like, yeah, I'm excited, bro. I don't know about y'all.
What were your favorite Iron Man matches?
I mean, you have the classics, right? Do I pull a Cameron or do you want me to keep it real?
Go for it.
I don't know, bitch. Yeah, just say something.
Charlotte and you have Bayley and Sasha. That was a classic. Which is a great one.
Iron Woman match,
right? But no, realistically, Brett and Shawn, of course. Come on now, that entire storyline.
I think that was the best technical match, yo.
Yeah, man.
I think that was the bench. It's still the benchmark, right? That's like the Shawn and Razor to the ladder match. It's the Brett and Shawn to the.
I'll give you my favorite. My favorite is The Rock versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels as the referee, and then Undertaker comes back as the American badass.
Judgment Day, something. I don't know which year. Judgment Day. Was it 2000?
I forgot.
Who did Angle have an Iron Man match with?
Angle had a few. He had one with Chris Benoit.
Yeah, with Benoit. Was that a submissions?
It was one on SmackDown. I remember.
Or they just throwing submissions at each other.
One of them. I forgot who, but that was money too. Maybe Brock.
To take it out of the E, I really enjoyed an Iron Man between AJ and Christopher Daniels.
Do you guys remember the worst Iron Man match?
Nah. I try to suppress those.
Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler when the crowd was getting into it. Remember that?
Oh, that was like the first takeover, right, of the crowd?
No, that was Extreme Rules 2018. Ziggler and Seth Rollins. When remember that the cameras caught, I think it was Ziggler talking to Seth, where Ziggler had Seth in a headlock or some shit like that.
I do not remember.
Yeah,
but the fact that I don't remember,
probably
that probably
that shit was
bad. Let's think about what an Iron Man or Iron Woman match is about. It's about putting 2 top premier talent with technical abilities in the ring to show their cardiovascular skills, right? To show their stamina, their endurance, right? To show who could come out on top after this battle. You had 2 women just complete this type of match this week with Deonna Purrazzo and Jordan.
Shout outs to them, yo.
And they did work. And they were
Rock and Kurt Angle had a dope one. I don't know if y'all mentioned that shit before.
That was on
Rock and Kurt, I think
it was like
SmackDown.
Yeah, it was like a regular SmackDown, but it was dope.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Eddie have a dope Iron Man match with somebody?
I gotta start looking these things up, but
I think you're thinking about that match with JBL. I don't know if that was an Iron Man though, right?
No, that was the fucking first blood match.
Yeah, it was a bull rope, Texas bull rope match.
Yeah, it was some bullshit like that.
John Cena and Randy Orton at Bragging Rights 2009 had a good Iron Man match.
Okay.
I know.
Brock
I wasn't
and
crazy.
Kurt Angle had one on SmackDown. It was Brock and Kurt that had it on SmackDown.
You got lag over there? Where you from?
Yeah,
I'm saying that shit was
much lag. You know what it would have sucked
What?
is if we were watched the Woulda Coulda's episode that Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart Iron match was playing, and then out of nowhere, it's overtime. Here comes the kick. Shawn Michaels, and the lights go off. Retribution is here. They're fucking shit up. Oh my god, that would have really sucked.
But slow burn, bro.
Kind of how it sucks now when it happens on Raw on a normal basis in SmackDown, and thank God it doesn't happen on NXT yet.
I have two questions.
Right?
One, why did Keith Lee shave off his chin strap? Two, why is Mia Yim so loud? You can tell it's her.
It's because he.
Are you sure it was her?
It's because he shaved
I mean,
it.
if it wasn't her, then did her sister start wrestling? Because, the movements, the mannerisms, like, who do you guys think are the Retribution?
Yeah, her sister, Leah Yim.
Well, you said Dijakovic, right?
That's the
Dominic Dijakovic
was part of it. You called that name earlier
They
today.
said Dio Madden, right?
Dio Madden.
Who else?
No.
Not Stacy.
That chick,
the Filipino chick.
That chick,
Yeah,
Jessie.
Like, did I remember Kaden?
Hayden, yes.
Kaden something.
Yes.
Eden
So
Carter.
that means
It
also
screams
Kaden,
green, right?
and that means Casey
It screams
as well, maybe,
green
right? Because they're like
talent.
roommates.
Yeah, so that's right. Oh yeah,
okay.
Chelsea Green. You're
Chelsea
right.
Green, we got a
JJ,
boy
what's up?
JJ.
Chelsea Green. It screams to me like they're from NXT. I like to believe Pretty Chubby's theory on it for the upcoming pay. Me real quick.
So have you guys realized that when Retribution comes out and fuck shits up, it's only on Raw and SmackDown. We never hear or see from them on NXT. So it's only logical that maybe they're trying to set this up for Survivor Series.
Okay.
So NXT's a
I like that.
first.
Okay.
I could see.
Battle of factions, I guess. Again,
But who's leading the charge?
That's the thing, though, right? Because the group of people that we just discussed and mentioned, right? Great talent, all in their individual, situations. But I don't see any of them as a leader. I don't see any of them getting the mic and spitting the cause. So somebody has to be the leader of this. And honestly, from what I saw this weekend, the leader that I think is the person. I think the WWE they finally did something that they didn't do with John Cena, and I think Roman Reigns is the leader of Retribution. He's coming to reclaim his yard.
Go ahead, no, old school. Go ahead, yo. But before we get there, there's a lot to talk about. Before we even talk about Roman Reigns, go ahead, old school.
I think there's bad news for JP in the thought that it's Roman Reigns because a certain Wade Barrett did show up on NXT recently.
And he is now on the current roster on WWE.com.
And he does have a habit of destroying in the E.
Yo, right.
Bray Wyatt
the whole
did.
thing with Daniel motherfuckers?
Bray Wyatt tweeted something, actually. He was like, "Oh, you're here for the Nexus reunion or something like that?"
Ooh.
Nexus 2.0?
So...
And what happens when you get fired and you come back? You have your retribution.
Or you do commentary.
At Payback?
And we thought this was Vince on the fly. Apparently it is.
Apparently it is. And that's the thing, that all of this is all cute and fun, except that none of this is planned. So I don't believe any of this to be real. As far as I'm concerned, I do believe the dirt sheets. I think that Vince McMahon just made this shit up. He's like, we'll figure it out.
It's good shit. Why? Because it's good shit.
This is a man that daily hires. He wastes money on complete creative writing teams. They put together shows. They spend hours and hours writing word upon word, sentence upon sentence, script upon script to fucking lay out plans for long
And
and
don't say
short-term
shit.
storytelling. And Vince McMahon tears it up and writes a whole new Raw at 6:00. That's who that is. I believe that. I believe Retribution was just some shit that he said, yo, let's just put people, because he's changed the roster up every time. We were talking about Dio Madden and
so?
Dijakovic and Mia Yim. They were just the latest.
There's always a loud one, though. There's always a loud one.
But
that's
but
so,
it's
like,
never the
annoying.
same. It's never the same group of people.
They haven't decided on who's going to be in Retribution.
Because this shit got no rules.
Right.
They gonna do it on the fly.
Right.
Maybe it's just the PC Center. Maybe it's just all of them.
Yeah, if the PC Center wants to Retribution.
Like one day the lights go out and the entire crowd just fucking storms the ring.
What if it's roster talent
Like
from
they're just
another?
tired of COVID.
What if it's roster talent from another wrestling promotion that's making their waves around all these little different promotions around us?
Vince won't allow them to continue their tour after they stop here. That's it. The tour ends here.
If you ever seen,
won't be able to go back.
If you ever seen the movie The Green Room, that's what would happen.
Shout out to our green screens. Missing.
See, a reference I don't get, you bitch.
That's watch. It's on Netflix. Just catch it.
Oh, hold on. Let me go horror movie. Shit. I'll be right back.
Let me go watch it right now.
Folks.
But there is indeed the theory that Mr. Savage himself said. What if it's Roman fucking Reigns? Ay, papa. Now we talking about some shit here because he's back, right? He's back. He's wearing a nice, clever little shirt that says, I'm going to come beat the shit out of everybody and then get the fuck out of here.
That's not,
reminiscent of somebody who drinks beer.
The shirt doesn't say that.
Make it think a lot. Smart guy.
Have we ever discussed the fact that maybe the leader of Retribution could be a female? Maybe one Charlotte Flair?
Why? None of these people need this.
Maybe the leader of Retribution is an advocate for Retribution.
Nah, he's not creative. Yeah. He let AJ Styles go. You're not that creative. You got other agendas. I'm sorry.
He didn't let AJ Styles go. AJ Styles got him thrown out.
Ooh.
Well,
wasn't
that's Paul Heyman sure does still look like the renegade manager that he used to be. Not. He's managing the multi-million-dollar fucking Brock Lesnar. He's not fucking dealing with peasant money anymore and dealing with fucking Retribution, this rebel brand. Like no, that's not where that's going.
But do you remember that promo he did on Vince?
That what?
The promo he did on Vince when the invasion angle happened? That was a money promo.
That was 100 years ago.
It was like 14. Like it was.
I remember something, but not specific what he said.
It was 86 years ago, like the lady from Titanic.
Just about.
The possibility it could be any of these things. Why? Because at the end of the day, the main denominator is Vince McMahon. And if some shit that happened in the past he loved, he'll do that shit again.
What if it's Vince?
It was me all along.
I'm just saying.
If that's it, that's the saddest part. That's the worst fucking possibility.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, hopefully we'll find out soon enough. It could be the snitch too.
It's just been whacked.
Maybe it's the snitch that just has disappeared. So
what if it's the Vince doll from the Funhouse?
Arguing about Retribution is like the dumbest shit we could spend our time on because Vince hasn't even thought about it yet. So
right.
It doesn't matter. Let's talk about Roman Reigns.
The big dog.
The big dog.
He was foaming at the mouth
like a rabbit dog
to scream.
That's
to scream
the dental work. That's
Michael Cole was foaming at the mouth to scream that when he saw the spear. Like when he saw the moment he running through the fucking crowd, he's like. Big guy.
Is that what Ricochet sounds?
Are you trying to say he looked at Roman like Sonya Deville's stalker? Like what?
Wow. Oh my
Is that what we're saying?
Yo,
no worse.
Nobody said that.
JP, hit control out delete. Hit control out delete.
Chair shot. Behind that statement.
Roman Reigns is back. And Roman Reigns is back, and he's after for the strap. He's after the heavyweight
he's
strap.
in there so quickly.
Universal.
You know what that tells me about the Universal strap?
That
it's garbage. That's what that tells me.
Oh shit!
It belongs up there with the FTW championship.
Are we not here for this, gentlemen? We're not here for Roman Reigns to come and reclaim
I'm with
his throne.
I'm with it. I'm just saying the garbage. The title has been garbage because you give it to Braun to take it off, to give it to the Fiend, to now throw Roman Reigns in there. Like, what are we doing? But it's the WWE, so you know.
And then
besides, it's Vince's birthday week, so you know he did whatever the fuck he wanted. Linda's about to come out with a fucking title somewhere.
He even did bust stuff. Yo, listen, Roman Reigns has been gone, right? Doing what he needs to do for himself and his family. Absolutely. Take all the time he needs. And I'm actually surprised he's back. Good to see him back. I'm glad he's in great health. He's got a great set of teeth there. Fucking. I'm glad you got those chompers. I didn't think there was anything wrong with your previous choppers, but now you can't lose those. So Roman Reigns comes out here with that mouth guard he calls a tooth. And is he a heel? Is he a face? What are we doing? Like, they put booze.
That's a great question.
He's a tweener.
But they piped in booze.
Y'all remember tweener?
So he likes it from the top and the back?
I don't think he has the leverage to be a tweener. I think he's just a heel right now. He's going heel. And he's the leader of Retribution. I'm telling you.
What makes him a heel? We're like Braun and Bray.
The things he was saying in the ring, the way he was talking was very aggressive. So some people may say that may lure him. Also, the shirt he was wearing, also the message it sent, because he came
what the
beat everybody up. Beat everybody up.
Everyone and leave or some shit?
And then I'm going to get the fuck out of here and then go. It said it just like that verbatim.
Get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Yeah. The beard also. The new look.
He's a
fresh Roman Reigns. I don't know.
He does look pretty villainous with those chompers. Which Randy Orton called out on Instagram.
Do you think Roman Reigns is a face? If Roman Reigns comes back and he spears the Fiend and he's a face, does he come out? Does he exit the ring and proceed to attack Braun Strowman? If he's a face,
wouldn't Steve Austin have done that?
Does WWE know how to write a Steve Austin? Because
Not
truth
anymore.
be told, I don't think anybody wrote Steve Austin.
I think Steve
there was
Austin
a general direction and a
couple they still booked. They had to book him in the matches and in the story plots and shit like that. It wasn't all his creative, you know.
True. I guess
he agreed to the heel turn.
But speaking about creative and Roman Reigns, like, are we cool that he's just gonna come back and be in the title picture? Isn't that the whole thing we hated in the beginning? I'll be honest, he's a breath of fresh air right now. Because we've been getting the same group of guys, circumstantially.
That kind of went hand in hand.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? Like, we're like, fuck, I'll take him.
Does it though?
I think when you look at his insertion in this title picture, I think you have to consider the number one problem. Why are we having 2 pay-per-views back to back?
That's it. That's the next stable.
That's another thing I don't like. There's like AEW. There's like regular wrestling shows, Nitro version of shows called pay-per-views, and we're moving them around throughout the week. One's on Thursday, one's on Saturday. Now I don't know which one is which. Is this week coming up? This Dynamite, is it a pay-per-view or is it gonna be a fucking a regular Dynamite?
What are you talking about, bro? You just lost me, bro.
The massive pay-per-views that you mentioned. You said there's so many pay-per-views in a week. So I'm like, there's massive pay-per-views.
That's not what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying last week, this past Sunday was SummerSlam. This Sunday is Payback.
Payback. There's a massive pay-per-views. Exactly.
Saturday is All Out.
Right, all out. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm just talking about WWE. Why are they putting two pay-per-views?
And don't forget Heat Seekers on Fight TV by our boys over in Synergy.
Okay.
This Saturday, baby, we're gonna have a pre-show for you lined up.
Saturday.
We also have Payback's pre-show, so don't worry. The bad guys are busy.
Get it.
Oh my God, I don't know what to call with this shit, man. Because the argument is always, yo, let new talent come up, let fresh talent come up. But who can you think match up with the Fiend and Braun Strowman now that Braun Strowman's at the Fiend's level?
All right, how about this? How about instead of Keith Lee fucking with Randy Orton, how about we switch Randy Orton and Roman Reigns and Keith Lee?
You do not like Keith Lee getting jobbed around on Raw and changing his theme?
Let's bring in Keith Lee to fucking spear Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt
together at the same fucking time. Why not?
Wouldn't you pop? Like, wouldn't that be like a holy shit moment? And then after that, you question, yo, can Keith Lee really have the stamina?
Because you gotta pay your dues.
You don't want to Sheamus him, bro. You don't want to Sheamus him. You don't want to Roman Reigns him. Like, you gotta. I think it was perfect him going after Randy. Even that was a little too much. But it worked.
Baby stuff.
It worked. I just hated his shorts. I don't know what they did with that shit.
It looked really weird.
Weird, bro.
Like some gym shorts.
Come on. This is the problem. This is why I have no confidence with NXT product going up to the main, these Raw or SmackDown, because look what they do with it.
What if it's a massive heel turn and he's the leader of Retribution?
So
Keith Lee?
Yeah.
Oh, Keith Lee. I thought you meant Roman Reigns.
That's more unexpected, I would say. Would be a change of events, and Keith Lee can carry a faction. He does have great mic work.
Too nice.
He's strong enough.
He's too nice.
You know what I mean? He could be like the Suge Knight of Retribution. Hey, I like it.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel you. Vic, you just said
why Suge Knight?
He's gonna kill Biggie?
What more imposing manager and face of a product have you known than Suge Knight? The only other person I can think of is Kingpin.
I'll tell you what, he can definitely make a great manager.
Vic said something really interesting. Shut up, bitch. Look, Vic said something really interesting. Vic said he's too nice. I see that when I look at Keith. Keith Lee is too nice.
That's why he's crazy. Right? Like, we expect him to be this giant baby face. What if he just
Yeah.
I want to see that.
That's something you do if it's not working, though.
Ask me again.
If you send him to be a big baby face and it wouldn't work, then you pull the plug and you're like, all right, he's gonna go heel.
I disagree.
You don't have to go that
route.
You
want to make his mark? Bring him in as a heel. Eventually, he'll turn into a baby face. Yeah. It's fine.
No, but I'm saying if you put him in as a
face pick and choose, bro. Fucking.
If you put him in as a face first, right, and he's this successful, it wouldn't make sense to make him a heel unless like he wasn't this successful as a face.
No, you know what? Is they're finally catching up to the fact that they fucked up NXT product and they're saying, let's do something different. Because clearly they're not going to be able to carry him as a babyface then, if that's what we're talking about, right? I
already see him jobbing already, so
he didn't job. I don't think he jobbed against Randy. I think that there was
I think people get really sensitive when someone gets called up and they're not necessarily whipping everyone's ass.
They don't win the title.
You don't want to Sheamus nobody, but look at where he's at. Yeah, you don't want to Sheamus nobody. I'm telling you.
I just feel like everybody has the right to debut on the main roster by knocking out John Cena, stepping on his title, and raising the NXT title. That's just how I feel everybody deserves to.
That is a great way to debut.
Oh my God!
Look at what he's doing.
And now you can just have a talk show.
Exactly.
No,
JP doesn't know his left from his right. Look at this dumb fuck.
You talking about that guy?
But he's a great leader.
You're pointing at yourself.
Definitely a great leader.
He said, "Who this guy?" That's still you, bitch.
No contaba con mi antes.
So what do you call? What do you guys call? Face or heel? Final decision.
What?
On Roman Reigns.
Final
decision on Roman Reigns.
We're at Keith Lee right now, but you want to talk about Roman Reigns? I'll say he's a
final decision.
I see Keith Lee nowhere on this script. I mean, it's not like this is scripted.
You scripted this shit?
This isn't basketball. This isn't the NBA.
So the question is, was Roman Reigns coming back one of the pops of the week?
Is that the question? I don't think that was the question.
Nah, I don't. Nah, it was